Hello and welcome to the AAOL off-season, or off-stage rather, PUGs. This is Saturday 21st and we are going to play a couple of PUGs. There's 3 currently getting set up, and I think that there's still spots for more, so if you're watching this and want to get involved, I think you can head on into a channel give yourself the I am Pugs role, and you can join. We've got 2 teams here, and I'm joined by Blackburn. How are you, Blackburn?
I'm alright, let's get into the game, shall we? Red team right now attacking with a very standard composition with a Pharah Mercy. While the defense also just having a very standard comp with that Widow trying to get that Pharah Mercy out of the sky right now. Shock currently not having much of a sightline on that Pharah, and that Pharah is just wreaking havoc right now. No one's really contesting it. Red team seems to be making a rotation through Hotel, and now you just collapse onto the point. Shockwave still on that Widow, not getting anything done, and now he's dead. That's an easy, quick first cap by the red team. Now the main tanks are already pushing up, trying to gain that space so the enemy team can't really contest. And so far, everything goes well for the red team.
Yeah, I think that it looked like the red team was going to try and go for a LA Gladiator strap there and go a long way around, but I'm not sure whether everyone was, perhaps primed for that, and they just collapsed on point anyway. Shockwave, they're getting a really nice pick onto the enemy Zenyatta far at the back, but Mercy will get a res off, and it looks like the blue team will be stabilizing here, looking to make a recontest. Graviton Surge is deployed, and a lot of damage is pumped straight into that, and red team will clean up afterwards. Great fight.
Right you are, okay, so blue team, for some reason Victor just popped his ult right there. Now he doesn't have that whole hawk to push them off the cart. Red team still has a whole stack of ults coming right up. Everyone's got ult, yes, except for the Graviton. To just use one ult just to pass street space, and potentially blue team might recontest this.
Hopefully they do. They got 3 ults coming up, 3 at 90 in the high 90s, and it could turn the tide in their favor.
Here comes the shattering, and it's blocked by Bunny. Very, very good. Right now, here comes the counter shatter. Ooh, it's huge! 4 man down! 4 man down! Here comes the charge out. Jumps out from red team. No one's got hit, and the blue team's just gonna stabilize.
Yeah, Shockwave there got a very good early pick to start off that fight, and the shadow was huge, very, very successful. Not a lot of damage pumped into it, but they did get 1 kill from it, and that's enough to stop the payload there. And as we know, this final point here on King's Row is very much in the favour of the defending side because of how far that attacker's spawn is from where the payload currently is. So hopefully the defenders can hold out for a couple of minutes here before possibly winning.
Really coming in with another shadow, but it's met with the Graviton and a Pharah combo. This point should go over to the red team right now in a pretty fast manner. Oh, for some reason, Boone just popped her ult, and well, that seems to be a wasted ult by the blue team.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Wasted ult, wasted time, wasted death.
And of course they will cap that point. 4 minutes and 50 on the time bank, which is a lot for the blue team to try and hold, considering how fast it's been. The payload has been, racing down that streets phase. Stalled for a little bit, but hopefully blue team can
Here
give
comes
us a grab.
There's a high doing now. Is it gonna get anything? Victor got fantastic. Here comes a counter shatter. That's 3 down. A bit late on that Transcendence. Boone did get killed out there, but red team doesn't seem to be pushing forward. Now with Transcendence over, red team's trying to push forward. Fire strike coming out. The rest of the team moving right behind. Shields down for red team. And blue team seems to just be trying to push back, so their spawns, and Boone is back in the fight.
I found that it's very difficult for a team to get a kill with a Deadeye, and that kill onto the Pharah, very powerful. Did allow the cut to come to a stop here as they just skirmish a little bit. Looks like blue team is taking it back, conceding a lot of the ground, and that's going to let the payload roll on through. And yep, as
really
to be expected.
Really just got a triple shatter, but on the back of that failed charge, the card's just gonna start pushing. Can really get back in time. He's charging in. He gets counter charged. Really's down. No one's on the card, and red team manages to cap it in a very respectable time.
Yeah, that was a really fast attacking round, and I think that it came very much down to how easy the blue team would concede space. It looked like they were, in a bit of a pickle, and everyone started backpedaling out of there, holding down that SK, and unfortunately for them, they were capped in 3 minutes 23 seconds, and that's going to be a pretty formidable time bank here on an a hybrid map, which means that it's possible here that that's such a good time that if the enemy team are unable to cap it with unless they cap it in overtime, they will not be getting a second attack round. So we're going to hope that the blue team is able to bring out an even more exciting performance than perhaps that first round showed us. Who do you think was the standout characters, players rather, there in that first round, Blackburn?
I would say really much the Pharah play coming out of Tastic, really controlling that space, denied Shockwave the Widow sightlines on the first point, and being able to just pump out damage onto the right side by the hotel, followed by a very easy and clean graviton into a Pharah ult on second point just to confirm that, and from there just a very easy snowball from then on.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that pick was, sometimes you think, oh, if you've got a Pharah into a Widowmaker, it's not the most efficient choice, but as you say, the Pharahs can still pressure a Widowmaker and make them, not have those sight lines that they need, or that, space that they need to, safely shoot, and as a result, you could be on the back foot. Looks like here the attacking team is going for a Goats comp.
Tastic must have read their minds, considering that they continue to stick with the Pharah on the defense. No one on the Goats comp right now can really deal with it, so they're gonna have to try and punish everyone else, followed only by the Pharah. Right now, Shockwave got knocked down, Pigeons and Boone follow suit. All supports are down and only the tanks left. And Reinhardt's just gonna back the hell up, back to spawn. He's just gonna get some poke damage from the Pharah, but he's just gonna charge back into spawn, and that will be a complete reset.
Yeah, it's unlucky when your brigade gets taken out so quickly like that. It was a really great charge from I'm Yanni. Not sure if I'm saying that right, but it was a great charge, and that really set up the red team to destroy that Goats comp. And it looks like they've switched onto a more conventional dive tanks, composition, which could work here. Could go in blue team's favor for this attack.
Shockwave has taken control of the high ground, and he got an early pick onto Palm Tree. Now the blue team's gonna stay on point. Victor Von's going in. Rini just failed his charge, but the Ana managed to drop down. Rini just got hit down. Rini just backing out, and the blue team seems to be pushing it quite well right now. The only one on point is Tastic. Tastic's trying to try and back out right now, or try and just reset. And there goes the reset, and blue team managed to cap it in somewhat of a less time, but still respectable of 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
Yeah, that was really good. I think there that when Shockwave is given the space he needs, he can get those really good picks, and he took down both the, as you saw, the Zenyatta very early on, and then followed up with the Brigade, taking down a large proportion of Red Team's defending capabilities with those supports. So, yeah, it's makes sense that all of Red followed suit afterwards and died, and Blue Team, very good cap. Streets phase now, so let's see how if they can carry this momentum on, or whether Red Team will be able to stabilize.
Tastic, as you can see, switched off from the Pharah, going on to the Hanzo to try and perhaps counter Shockwave, or at least try and get that Graph combo up. Here comes the Graviton coming out. Boone managed to pop ult and not die. Boone managed to get Pigeon back up the play, and Stark seems to be out of position right now. He's fighting the Zenyatta, but that's not really helpful for the team. Dead Signal going in. He's going huge with that Brigade ult, and Red Team should stabilize.
That being said, it looks like that enough of the blue team is still alive, able to get a bit more poke damage in, and Red Team will be backing out, I think. It looks like they didn't have the numbers, perhaps, to carry on that.
Really going deep with that ult just to get Tastic. I'm not sure whether or not that was... I'm not sure was that actually necessary, considering he might have... Maybe he was low on health and he just didn't want to die, but that is somewhat of a wasted ult coming out. Tastic coming up with the Dragon Strike, able to drag in the cart and try and push him off, but blue team seems to be ready for the dive. counter. There comes the shatter. It got three. Boon down, and red. Here comes the dragon, hitting no one. But enough kills came in through via the shatter that red team will now stabilize. Shockwave's just gonna reset most probably right now.
No, it's interesting that while red team had such a great push for that first round, the blue team was having basically the same sort of style push. They managed to, push it all the way to that final point, area of the streets phase, and get stopped basically where they themselves were stopped by the blue team's defense. So it's interesting that it's mirroring so closely.
Pigeon right now on Street's face just by himself. He's gonna get pushed and most likely gonna get killed. There goes Pigeon. Blue team has just lost their Zen. I doubt they'll be able to push right now, and they can't res it. So it's currently a 5v6. Not sure whether or not I'm not sure whether they're gonna push. No, they are going to back out. Shockwave's just gonna get staggered right now, and they're gonna have to do a full hard reset for the next push.
Yeah, a bit too slow on the pulling out there, unfortunately, and it's possible that they're even still too close right now. Winnie's going to get caught out by the slow advance of Yini there, and fortunately he does get support. Mercy was there to keep him topped up, make sure he didn't die. Blue team now looking for that dive. Diva deploying her bombs, but not catching anyone. Counter Diva bomb from Star.
Here comes the dragon, but it does get countered with the shatter. Red team just basically blew all their ults, excluding the Mercy ult, to just try and hold that. I think that's and while blue team still has both support ults coming into the next fight, this is going to be blue team's best chance of capturing second point right now.
I can't help but think that while all of the ultimates were thrown out there, the kill feed was just no one died to any of the ultimates. That was very strange. You saw dragons, but no one was taken down by dragons, and you saw that Dead Signal did get a couple with her ultimate, I suppose, but kill feed still was just ordinary kills. Didn't seem like too many ults were effective there. Not sure whether that was a tactical use from the red team.
Shockwave switched off the Widow, and now trying to put on his best chipsa play, but he just got shot in the face by Tastic Sonic Arrow, and this is probably blue team's time to actually get out due to the fact that they do not have the DPS. But no, they are getting pushed back, right? They are trying to get pushed back. Riddy's shield is pretty low. He's going in for the charge. He gets bubbled. Bubble's gone. He's down. Trance is a bit too late there. Spec hits is getting a bit of more pressure without the main tank. Here comes the shatter. 3-man down, 3-man about to die. Pigeon's dead, and red team will hold the point just before second.